or die. As much as I have tried to forget the horrible events of the day, the memories of that day are with me every single day. In my thoughts, in my feelings, and in the damage that has been done to my body and mind. My 17th year was spent in hospitals and in recoveries. Surgeries like you can't even imagine. 23 procedures and counting. My body always aches. I don't sleep anymore like I used to. Something I never had any trouble doing before. Just ask my folks. For a while, trusting people was impossible for me. Going back to a school setting was out of the question. I missed graduating with my classmates. Something I really looked forward to. I felt like I could never be safe at Taft High School again, and that no one would protect me from harm. I have lost most of my friends, and mostly because I've had to move away and because they have gone on with their normal lives. Mostly he just stays with his family. For over a year, I would not go out of my house unless I had to go to the countless doctor and hospital visits. Each surgery was followed by painful recovery and rehabilitation, and I'm told there are many more surgeries and physical rehabilitation to come. The simplest of tasks are not difficult, if not impossible. Playing sports, going camping with my family, and going to the beach. I'm ashamed to show my body because of the scars from the shooting and the surgeries. I still have shotgun pellets in my body, which doctors have told me may never be gone. I mostly stay to myself now. Before all of this, I was a friendly, outgoing person who loved to joke around. Now I'm just a shell of the person I used to be. I still haven't dealt with the emotional damage that this has caused me. I know I will need counseling to help me try to overcome my fears and pains. These words that I've typed down can't possibly describe the pain and suffering that I've experienced and will continue to experience in the future. Although I've tried, there is no way I could possibly describe how this has impacted me. I know this sounds like I am and was defeated by what happened to me. The truth is, I am not. I will strive to be the best that I can be and will someday, with the help of my family and God, be able to move forward. I still have my heart, soul, and passion. I will continue to grow and be strong. I know it will be difficult, but I won't be defeated in the end. I ask that you take these words into account when making your decision. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Fiedler. Mr. Patrick, anything further? Mr. Patman?
Your Honor, in light of the abject tragedy, Mr. Oliver feels the Cleveland family have the last word, so we will submit our earlier remarks.
Thank you. Court, having listened to and presided over the jury trial, approves of the negotiated disposition between the parties and will sentence the defendant consistent with the plea agreement. This has been an extremely emotional case for all parties involved, as well as the surrounding communities. While there may have been a dispute over whether the defendant suffered from a mental disorder, there was no dispute regarding whether the defendant was picked on or bullied for years before the incident. Being bullied does not justify defendant's conduct and behavior in this case, but is an issue that needs to be addressed within our civilized society. Efforts have been ongoing for years with programs and counseling, but it needs to start in the home with the parents. No one deserves to be shot at an institution tasked with educating our children. At the same time, our children should feel safe in such an environment. To question whether this incident could have been prevented by increased security or preventative measures by the school itself will be answered in a different proceeding at a different time. But ultimately, the actions taken on January 10th, 2013 are the defendant's alone, and he will be held responsible. As stated previously, this court approves of the negotiated disposition based on the evidence presented during the jury trial. It is with these thoughts in mind that the defendant will be sentenced. In circumstances in mitigation, the defendant has no known criminal record. In circumstances in aggravation, there aren't any. The defendant in this case is statutorily ineligible for grant felony probation, and the court is not going to cite any unusual circumstances to grant him probation. Regarding counts 1 and 2, it's court's opinion that count 2 will be served consecutive to count 1, and that involves separate acts of violence or threats of violence. Therefore, as to count 1, a violation of Penal Code Section 664-1877A, probation is denied. The defendant is sentenced to the Department of Corrections for the low term of 5 years. This sentence is enhanced by 20 years pursuant to Penal Code Section 12022.53 sub c. Defendant's ordered to pay restitution pursuant to Penal Code Section 1202.4 sub f in the amount of $857,859.03 and in an amount to be determined by the probation department at the direction of the court to Bowe Cleveland for losses incurred. Defendant is ordered to pay restitution in an amount to be determined by the probation department at the direction of the court to the restitution fund pursuant to Penal Code Section 1202.4 sub f sub 2 for victim compensation and government claims board reimbursement to the victim. Defendant is ordered to pay a $40 fee pursuant to Penal Code Section 1465.8 and a $30 fee pursuant to Government Code Section 70373. Defendant is ordered to pay a restitution fine of $280 pursuant to Penal Code Section 1202.7b and a restitution fine of $280 pursuant to Penal Code Section 1202.45. Payment of this fine is suspended subject to parole or post-release supervision revocation proceedings. Count 2, a violation of Penal Code Section 664-187 sub a. Probation is denied. The defendant is sentenced to the Department of Corrections for the term of 2 years, 4 months, which is 1/3 the midterm. This sentence is to be served consecutive to the sentence imposed in count 1 for a total fixed term of 27 years, 4 months. Defendant is ordered to pay restitution pursuant to Penal Code Section 1202.4 sub f in an amount to be determined by the probation department at the direction of the court to Jacob Nichols for losses incurred. Defendant is ordered to pay restitution in the amount to be determined by the probation department at the direction of the court to the restitution fund pursuant to Penal Code Section 1202.4 sub f sub 2 for victim compensation and government claims board reimbursement to the victim. Defendant is ordered to pay a $40 fee pursuant to Penal Code Section 1465.8 and a $30 fee pursuant to Government Code Section 70373. Custody credits in this case are 778 actual plus 116 good and work for a total of 894 days credit toward the sentence just imposed. Custody credits will be calculated on a 15% basis. Is there anything further at this time, Mr. Cochran?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Cochran?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Mr. Cooper?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Gomez?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Counsel, that will be the order. Mr. Oliver, you will be transferred to the Department of Corrections to begin serving the term just imposed. We'll be adjourned on this case at this time.